to Breakfast Television. Tammy Sutherland, Brandon Gonez, Frank Ferragini, Devo Brown with you this Tuesday morning. Frank, you looking great in pink.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Let's talk about this. You kind of alluded to it towards the end of the show yesterday, what you had to do after the show, and you were kind of prepping for it from Sunday night until it happened yesterday. So if you wanted to explain some more.
Yeah, I'll kind of even tell you the lead up. So, you know, during the pandemic, there was not really an opportunity to go get a physical.
Yeah.
So most recently, I went and got my physical. I'm 51 years of age, so I wanted to really take health into my own hands and try to figure out and be preventative and see where I'm at as baseline. And even when I wear this ring, this is giving me my heart rate and everything else at the whole time.
Wow.
So I'm really trying to track that. So it was a recommendation, and as age 50, you should go get a colonoscopy.
Right.
And so I was like, there's different tests that you can do that are a lot easier per se,
Right.
but they're not that accurate. So I was like, let's do it. Yeah. So yesterday I did go to Etobicoke General Health. There's me just waiting.
You look very relaxed and comfortable.
Yes. My eyes are like, Dr. Gold and the entire staff that was there was unbelievably so great. And, you know, the process itself isn't, you know, I was sedated, but at the same time, I was happy. Let's just call it that.
Yes.
But I was awake. The process itself was really seamless. It really took about an hour overall. The test itself was like 10 minutes. They found 3 polyps, like little ones, and which is quite common when you're at age 50. So now they want me to come back every 5 years.
Okay.
So it's great. Like, to me, I don't, there's stigma around it, and people
Of course
make,
there is, yeah. People are like, oh, kind of laughing about whatever. You know, I went for my first, my prostate one last year, and I was like, uh-oh, like, what's going to happen? It's like, whoop, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did, because
women
you have to take this into serious consideration as we all get older.
Women have tests similar?
Yeah, exactly. We have to be, and that's the thing, you have to keep on top of it as well. They may not be the most comfortable test. Right. You do a pap smear, that is not the most fun I've ever had in my life, but it is something that has to be done, because if you catch those precancerous cells early enough, you can indeed prevent and start treating early cervical cancer. So you got to be on top of it, and unfortunately, we know some people who have died from colorectal cancer. Recently, I know of a former cameraman who used to work here, Stephen Dagg, and you know, he went through that treatment and unfortunately lost his life in the end at such a young age. It's something that you have to be aware of and get that stigma. We want to be able, Mark Daly as well. We know that he passed away in 2010.
Well, you've seen some of the stats right there, right?
Yeah.
Cam is third most common cancer out there. Men over the age of 50, as you mentioned, Stephen, and love to him and his family. Yeah, it was under that age, of course. But look at these numbers, almost 27,000 in just 2020. But again, it's catching things early.
So you asked me the question. You asked me before we came on air, like, what age?
Yeah, what age do you do this? There are a lot of young people watching, and shout out to all the families who've lost people to this. Our hearts go out to you, and hopefully you're finding peace in the situation. But did you know, reaching age 51, like this is something you had to do?
So I don't have a family history. At age 50, that's when you should do it.
Right.
If you have a family history, you should maybe be doing it even earlier.
You see, I don't know if a lot of people even know this.
Yeah,
right?
so if you go talk to your family doctor, they're going to walk you through, and that's really important. The other thing out of this, the hospital robe. There needs to be a new redesign to that.
Just so bad.
You don't like the open back, but they needed to get to the open back.
I know, but I'm just thinking.
It was accessible for what they needed to do yesterday.
So I haven't done this a lot, right? But I'm just like, this has been the same thing for so long. I'm like, can't there be a redesign?
Like turn it into like a bathrobe or something?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Or it's just,
you want a different color?
Even tying it up.
It's not the color.
But even tying it up. Like I had to tie it up from behind, and I'm like, I don't ever tie anything up from behind. And
oh, you're not a lady, my friend. We got to do that all the time. Zipping up dresses, putting all kinds of stuff on. I'm used to that. Oh, the bra. I didn't even think about it.
Like a wetsuit comes with a string and a zipper.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I was like, there's got to be a better way.
But you were saying, shout out to Etobicoke. I was born there.
Were you?
Yeah, I was born at Etobicoke. So when you said that, I was like, oh my goodness. And I know how amazing the staff are there.
Yes.
And all the health professionals there. And health professionals in general.
That was my first time
at Etobicoke General.
Yeah.
A beautiful hospital.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Willie Mosler, beautiful hospital, beautiful people. Dr. Gold, as well as I mentioned out, it's, and do it. The when you actually have to drink all this stuff and you got to kind of fast and things like that.
And you were still at work yesterday.
Yeah.
I was. There's a lot of rumbling. During weather, I was like, I hope it doesn't rain.
Thunderstorm.
Or hail.
Or hail.
We would have made sure you would have been good.
That would have been a severe storm.
But yeah, like, look, your health factors into this
Yeah,
as
it does.
well. If you're
Yeah.
doing a lot of drinking, smoking, physical
Yes.
activity,
Yeah.
you're not really a part of your world. That kind of adds to these risks. So you've seen it right there. Again, if you feel like something is, we're blessed in this country
Yeah.
Yeah.
with what we get for medical services.
Yeah. Cover.
Take advantage of it.
Yeah, yesterday's
And
cost for that
start-
procedure was zero.
Right.
$0.
And so take advantage of what we get in this country and really watch out for your health. And, people that are aging or whatever it might be, even if you're not aging, if you feel like you need to get a physical, go do it.
Health is wealth.
Health
It
is
is.
wealth. And Frank, thanks for talking about it, because again, the more you talk about it, the more you remove
yeah.
the stigma, and you get people going.
This God gave me this, and I want to continue with this, and I want to help all those that are out there. You know, I
Amen to
I lost
that.
my brother at age 22
Yeah.
to Ewing sarcoma. Not anything related to this,
Yep.
but because of that, in order to honor those that have passed, take care of your health.
Yes.
That's it.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you.
And give you this, all of this.
All of
God give you all of this hot stuff. This right here. This right here. Friendships. We had a segment in our local
Yeah,
show
yeah.
talking about ending friendships. They're not always meant to last. Drake says no new friends, but you can have new friends. It's okay. Have you had to ever end a friendship? If you did, why did you have to do that? Let us know. 1-866-267-3797. Feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca, through the emails, at Breakfast TV on Twitter/X, and you can drop a comment on YouTube as well. We'll be back with more BT after this. We're going to check out the perfect summer picnic after the break.